Bryan Stevenson got the longest ever standing ovation in TED history, without slides, without any silly gimmicks, just with amazing structure and rhetoric. And I want to take you through exactly what he did. Step 1 is connect to the room.
Well, this is a really extraordinary honor for me. I spend most of my time in jails, in prisons, on death row. And being here at TED and seeing the stimulation, hearing it, has been very, very energizing to me.
Most presenters just walk straight on and start talking about their content, but the skilled speaker like Bryan Stevenson is going to take some time to connect to TED and the audience in front of him. Ken Robinson did exactly the same thing in his TED Talk as well, by the way. And the step 2, story before thesis.
So I want to talk about the power of identity. And I didn't learn about this actually practicing law and doing the work that I do. I actually learned about this from my grandmother. She took me out back and she said, "Bryan, I'm going to tell you something." And she said, "I think you're special."
He doesn't open with some grand statement like, "Today I'm going to talk to you about criminal justice." He tells you a story about his grandmother. You see, if you open with a thesis or a point of view, very often people will begin to challenge it in their own mind, even if they're not doing it deliberately. And when you start with a story, though, you can engage people in your thesis without that challenge. Step number 3, the thesis is earned, not asserted.
When we create the right kind of identity, we can say things to the world around us that they don't actually believe make sense. We can get them to do things that they don't think they can do.
So only after the story does he actually say what he wants to talk about. And he does it with one clear line, with no jargon and no preamble. Number 4, data after emotion.
In 1972, there were 300,000 people in jails and prisons. Today, there are 2.3 million.
Now, and only now, does he start bringing in data and numbers. And he does it in such a clean and confident way, with perfectly articulated numbers. Staggering statistics, which land so much harder because you're already emotionally invested in his argument. If it opened with the numbers, as so many presentations do, they just kind of wash over you like everything else does. Step 5, close human, not clinical.
He said, "Jimmy, what are you doing in this courtroom?" This older black man stood up and he looked at that deputy and he looked at me and he said, "I came into this courtroom to tell this young man, keep your eyes on the prize."
He's bookending the entire talk with human moments. So grandmother at the start, stranger at the end, with data in the middle. That's completely intentional. And it's what you should be doing as well. Who's your favorite TED speaker though? Let me know in the comments.